Oh, so today's topic, we'll be talking about purpose, priority, and productivity. I did an interesting reading this morning on What's Your One Thing by author Gary Keller, and the topic was regarding purpose, priority, and productivity. He says that these three things, when combined, provide extraordinary results. They are forever connected and continually confirming each other's existence in our lives. Wow. Imagine, in order for us to have an extraordinary life, we must have a purpose, a big why for anything that we do. That why will provide the steps of our priorities of what needs to be done, which eventually leads to productivity. Getting it going and following the steps created from our bigger why to our immediate priority. If our whys are not big enough, we achieve only temporary happiness. So our whys ultimately has to be bigger than ourselves. Keller goes on to use the story of Scrooge to explain the difference of purpose and what they lead to. And I'll give a brief summary here. Basically, the Scrooge gets visited by a friend who does not want Ebenezer Scrooge to go through what he went through. Eventually just hoarding money and dying alone. He tells Scrooge that he'll be visited by three spirits: past, present, and future. Of course, the spirits show him how his life is and how he got to where he is presently, and that if he did not change his life, how his future would turn out, which basically in the end would be alone. Immediately, he is changed from this mean old Scrooge to the most giving man on the planet. So the question is, what changed? Well, his purpose before was about making money. Everything was about money. Fun time was counting money. And basically it would lead to a life of just being alone. After being visited by the three spirits, his purpose changed. Money became a way to help others. His purpose changed from making money to using money to help others, to bless others, and in the end, of course, he became happy because his purpose was bigger than himself, which was helping others. So money purpose was no longer self-serving, but it was to be used to serve and help others, which is a paradigm shift. So my thoughts about this, spoiler alert, yeah, that's great, but man, he already was making money and he was able to do what he did because he had money. Well, that was my original thoughts. But then I realized that Scrooge, along the way in his life, did it on his own. And he put money before relationships. And if you saw the story, he had actually good people working with him along the way, that regardless of how cruel or mean he was, that they stuck with him. So imagine, in our lives, people just stick with us by the way that we treat them for whatever reason. But imagine if he really cared. If his purpose was making money was there, but his reason for making money, just remember, you can't take any of that with you or spend any of it when you're dead and gone. But your presence and how you treat people and how you carry on with them, people will remember this. Just remember, how you treat others will be your legacy. So what is your purpose, your why? Is it big enough? Is it big enough to bring you through hard times? Remember, purpose affects our priorities and our productivity. I believe what Keller says, that achieving extraordinary results, purpose, priority, and productivity, bound together, these three factors are forever connected and continually confirm each other's existence in our lives. We need all three. Take care. Aloha.